Orgullo mío, eres tú mi bendición. Tu voz de oro canta al cielo sin tremor. Ternura de seda, tan gran corazón. No importa que pase en la vida, tú sabes que siempre yo estoy. Mi luna y sol.
Madre tan linda, siempre en mi mente permanente estará. Y es para siempre. Soy trabajadora y aprendí a ser valiente. De mi reina querida, orgullosa de mí. Dios que te acompañe entre los años, siempre estaré yo a tu lado. Tú eres en mi vida un gran milagro. Nunca se te olvide que te amo. Hoy te felicito por tu esfuerzo. Hoy y cada día yo te aprecio y te quiero.
Las flores hoy se ven nacer por tanto amor que tú me has dado. Mi querida, quiero que tú sepas que te amo. Nunca te olvides tú de mí.
Nunca madre, eres mi cielo.
Desde el día en que te vi nacer, una nueva vida ha empezado. Mi querida, quiero que tú sepas que te amo. Dios que te acompañe entre los años, siempre estaré yo a tu lado. Tú eres en mi vida un gran milagro. Nunca se te olvide que te amo. Nunca se te olvide que te amo. Te amo. Te amo.
Espero que te dure mi sabor. El tiempo no desecho con tu esencia. El hecho de escuchar tu dulce voz me rinde el dolor de tu ausencia. Prefiero hasta la muerte sin tu amor, porque nadie llenará la diferencia. Sin risa ocultar mi soledad, que nunca volverás con tu presencia.
What's going down, baby? It's your boy Clifton Simmons. Tune in every Monday night with Late Nights with All Access, baby.
It's your boy AJ Rivas. Tune in every Monday night.
Tune in every Monday night.
Every Monday night.
Every Monday for Late Nights with All Access.
This King Tiz in the building. Tune in every Monday
Night to Late Night with All Access. Let's get it.
You already know.
Every Monday night.
Hey guys, it's Natasha. It's your girl, Nat Boogie. Make sure that you tune in every Monday night, every single Monday night to Late Nights with All Access.
Hold up, big baby.
And we are back, Late Nights with All Access. Right now with me, I have special guests right next to me, Michelle and Jorge.
Hi.
So thank you for being part of the show for tonight. My name is MikeAnthony. Miss Nat Boogie and Dr. Queen Natasha are absent for tonight. Shout out to Nat Boogie's mom. It's her birthday. And
happy
then
birthday.
as well as Dr. Queen Natasha, she had a release album party that she was attending tonight. So we appreciate you guys making it through for right now. And shout out to John Martinez and AJ making sure that we sound and look good. We're actually in your academy school, right?
Yes.
And it's amazing because this is located in the central San Antonio, I-10 near Callahan, I think, right?
Yeah.
And, it's just amazing to see what y'all have in here, as well as shout out to AJ Rivas for putting the connection together.
Yes.
So
Love you.
That's a
Thank you.
family friend right there.
You're the best.
That's my boy.
Yes.
So, usually when we get on the show, we just kind of just go over like what you got going on, So for this month or for the past week, like what is the typical weekend for y'all at this moment?
Oh man,
I'll let him
you-
start.
oh,
No,
Go ahead.
Well,
Go.
definitely we're on a 24-hour, 24/7 work schedule. Like, we barely even get Sundays off. The wife is always, doing everything she can to make flyers, keep us going, keep us alive on the internet.
There you go.
So that's always big important. So go ahead.
Social media presence is so important, and so I do a lot of marketing, I do the admissions, I do paperwork, payroll, and not only do we have this business, but we have another business, so it takes up a lot of my, weekends. So, I'm a workaholic. I can't even be at home. They're like, calm down, let's watch a movie. I'm like, I know I have to do this, I have to do that. And he's like, but do you really need to do it right now? So I'd learned to time manage,
Time management is so important,
Yeah,
balancing your lifestyle and all that. But when you're both young entrepreneurs, your mind is kind of more work than anything.
Exactly.
I like that because of the fact that y'all both are married and quote unquote power couple.
Oh, thank you.
So you have kids?
No kids, no
kids.
babies. Yes.
Oh, so then y'all can work as much as y'all want.
Yeah,
then.
so this is our baby. So, I mean, eventually we do want them. I
Yes.
told him, I was like, hey, I think I'm ready, babe. I think I'm ready. I think it's time to, finally start a family. Because, we had time to gather ourselves and work on ourselves as people and things
Yes.
like that. So, I feel like now is a good time. So, I'm excited for it. But, no, I mean, you have babies? How many?
I have
4.
3 bonus kids.
Bonus?
23, 21, and a 16 turning 40.
Oh, yeah.
So-
No, these 16-year-olds, they're built differently.
So-
The Gen Zs, right? Is that, or no?
I don't even know what they are.
The Gen, who knows?
But she's the boss though.
Shut
But
it down.
what's so crazy is that her birthday's coming up, so she'll be 17, and then Melinda's birthday's coming up. That's my fiance. Her birthday's coming up, so it's her kids that I consider that are mine.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
yes, really good ones though. So lucky
Not the
there.
mean ones that make you want to put them in the corner.
Nah.
Okay, good.
No,
That's good.
her daughter, the one that's acting like she's 40, I have a soft spot for her. So it's hard to say no to her. So I can only imagine having a baby girl, young.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
It's a big shout out though to the people that are being stepdads, because it's not. I know
It's not
easy.
hard. It's not. Yeah.
I
It's
respect my
ooh.
stepdad to the fullest. He stepped in, played a role, and I feel like a lot of people don't get that acknowledgement.
That's awesome that you say that, because you're very right about that. And so when you ask me right now, do I have kids? I always say bonus. So I would recommend you say bonus dad, because it's the bonus in your life. And as I say about them 3, there are bonuses to my life where it makes you think differently. It really does.
Right.
Being a single guy and going into a family with someone that has kids, changes your whole perspective of life. And it makes you want to do things differently.
Settle down, take him out on the long walks on the beach, and just do family things. And it's cool though, especially with your parents and everybody there for you when growing up.
I would say my mom remarried.
Okay.
So my father was in and out, but nothing too much. But
your stepdad was good.
That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, it's okay. It made you learn though, right, to be a better stepdad.
No,
now.
you know what? It actually, you got to look at the positives in life. So my father, no disrespect to him, but his lack of being there in my life made me understand what to not do. And then my stepdad, my mom who remarried, he taught us things, but then at the end, there's a lot of things that I didn't agree with. And so, but you do learn from the experiences that you go through when those dynamics happen in your life.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you guys, okay, so married, young, over the weekend, you're working nonstop. Do y'all enjoy any events, like local events, throughout the weekends or anything like that?
Ooh, I mean, like us, before we had, because remember, we work from here Monday through Friday, 9 to 8.
Okay.
So it's a long schedule. So on Saturdays, we still work, and then Sundays is our only day. But before, Sundays and Saturday nights were our thing. So we would go out to all the events. We support a lot of our local artists and a lot of local people, AJ, and we have our friend Average. We want to go and support everyone. So we want to just be there for everyone. So if anybody has an event, I'm down. Natasha, I love Natasha, so I'll go to support her events. And things like that, and so we have a lot of mutual friends.
And I think that's so important because it's just branding and networking. A lot of people don't
meet
really
new people, a lot of connections and stuff. Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. So y'all's weekends, you're working. What are some of the things that you love about y'all's work?
I love the happiness it brings to me. It's very rewarding to be able to teach. Not only what we were doing is we were helping build people into leaders, but now it's starting from ground zero and teaching them. It's very rewarding for sure, for me at least, for sure.
No, yeah, definitely. It's it's a new experience coming from a fast-paced environment to slowing it down to teaching, breaking everything down for somebody, and it's cool that you get to show what you learned throughout your years of life of trying to do something for yourself and to show to somebody else to make them want to be like you or better. So it's and I think that's the most, like she said, that's the most rewarding part of it. Just kind of just being able to see students' reaction when they were like, I did that, that's it's just changing us little by little.
Yes.
In a
That's
positive
amazing.
way.
Yes,
that is amazing. Cool. I think that is a big thing. So I was gonna say, just go ahead and get a little closer. There you go. There you go. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. We're live. This happens
live.
It's episode 243 episodes.
Yeah,
so
how cool.
we're getting up there. We are. Over the weekend, I would say is that this past weekend, I actually had a bad moment for that was frustrating, and it had to do with my party buses. So we actually got in a car accident when we were doing one of our bus runs for Quinceañera. Someone ran the red light and hit us, and the idiot hit us so hard that the bumper came off, and his license plates was there. So shout out to Mack Injury Attorneys. He's actually going to be handling the case. My fiance is hurt. She's in bed resting. We spent our Easter basically sleeping and then also going to the ER, getting checked and everything like that. So I'm in pain, but I told myself you can't rest because you have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
you can't stop. And that right there shook up the kids because we had a quinceañera that we were doing, so the kids were really shocked.
God,
yeah. But I'm just blessed that no one got hurt severely and everything was fine, replaceable with the party bus and everything. Just unfortunate that it happened, but it's so frustrating when things are out of your control.
Yeah,
it just.
Tell me, on Sunday was our only day off.
You're gonna say, girl.
Yeah, I know. I was like, on Sunday was our only day off to really, and we were gonna go in the backyards, go in the pool, and then it's so cold. It was freezing. I just couldn't even get. I was just sitting there please let the sun come out. Like, I'll
one
just
day
be
that we're
good.
trying to just
like,
chill,
please.
Yeah.
do
Like,
something, yeah.
So I just sat there. I threw my dogs in like 30 times, and they were having a blast. But I was like, at least somebody got in the pool. But so we tried to like do something fun, but it was like, it was crazy. But we have so much family, so we just went to go different trips and stuff like that. His family lives in Chicago, and then some of my family lives in Cali. So we're pretty close family. You know, like
Chicago and Cali.
Yeah.
so different, right?
Yes.
So different.
So then why are you in San Antonio?
Well, actually, he was from Chicago. I was born here, but my family, like my mom's side of the family, was all in Cali. Yeah,
all right.
In Mexico for the dad's side.
Yeah, I moved down here when I was young. Like I was probably like 12, going on 13. Like when I moved down here, it's
That's why he's a
2005.
good one, because he's not from San Antonio.
Nah, it's cool up there. Like I mean, it's a beautiful city, you know, everything. But I consider San Antonio just way more home. It's more humbling. Like over there, it's just a lot going on. You know, it's real fast paced. Like even on the outskirts, like just trying to be outside the city, is still a lot going on.
Wow, man. I've been to Chicago one time, and that was based on work, and you know, it's a different type of vibe. It really is.
Yeah.
But do you like San Antonio?
Oh, I love San Antonio.
Love San Antonio. Okay.
I just love it because it just feels like home. You know what I mean? Every time we can go the most beautiful place in the world, and I'll still get tired of it and want to come home. Like it's just weird.
Yeah, sometimes
I'm the
when we
same
vacation,
way.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to go home.
I love San Antonio. I love my city.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm not even from here, and I love it. So
That's good. No. So Easter, y'all family, even though they're out, you know, out of the city.
Oh, so we have some
they
family that's in
okay.
here, but like his family, the majority is in Chicago.
Okay.
But his family, I mean,
So what y'all do for Easter? Did y'all?
We met him. Like,
Okay.
It was like family. Like, you know, my mom treats him like a son. So
Oh, those are the best
everyone
things.
loves him.
Yeah,
Like
the whole
everyone loves
family.
him. So we went to my tia's and we just chilled. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go swimming because I wanted to swim. They didn't have a pool. I'm a water baby. So I was like, I want to
Okay.
get in the water. I haven't had time. So I was determined. Like me, I'm like on a schedule. I'm like, I'm gonna do this time. Like trying to pencil everybody in. And so went home, and then I was like, man, this sucks. So I was like, I should have just stayed on my tia's. Like,
It was raining, right? Easter.
Yeah, it was
like
pretty
drizzling
bad.
and
I
just
don't know why-
windy.
It was just
blank.
really gloomy. Like it was
Gloomy, right?
cold.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't have a water heater, so I was like, we gonna. And I'm
She's
not
all
gonna
like,
do the.
she's like, go on TikTok and figure out
But
and
there
build.
was a way. There was a way. All you had to do was put a hula hoop, and then like put a trash bag on top. And I was like, babe, just go get some trash bags.
She's like, go to Home Depot, start building, and use the
He always
UV.
Did you do it?
says just-
No.
I was this close, so
That
I was
would've been
this
cool
close.
to see that.
It would have been cool, but my legs hurt, you know. So
Yeah, not me a little older, not to.
Yeah. So y'all had a good Easter then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it
All right,
was
that's
fun.
good. That's good. I hope everyone else had a good Easter too. If you're watching, please make sure to comment below. Our Easter again was just resting in the ER, and then we went back to. We actually went to Walmart and made some dinner. So, and then that was it. It was really just resting and just getting ready for the next
Just getting
day.
That's
recovery.
usually
right?
how
Yeah.
we do it. Like for holidays, like it's like a day off, like a rest day. Like thank you, Lord.
Like even if that, we work on holidays if we have to. Like might as well. But like we gave everybody off for what was it, spring break, and we were I came to work.
spring
and just
break,
kept
yeah, we
cutting.
still were
Okay.
doing stuff together.
So let's dive into the business. All right? So you have the academy, and then you have a
Shout out to
salon.
Did That Hair and Nail Studio,
Okay.
my baby.
So that's
That's a nail
another
salon.
business, right?
Yes.
Okay, nail salon. Okay,
Hair and Nail Salon, San Antonio's first full service.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and is that close by here, or is
It's
that
off of Ingram and 410 next to Red Hook, like
So
in the
right in front of the
corner.
Grand Center.
Yeah.
right in front of the Grand Center? Okay, so I
Yeah,
know.
literally in
Shout
front.
out
It's
to
like
the
that little
Grand.
pink building, kind of
Okay.
cute looking vibe.
So how did you get started? One at a time. So let's go with
You go first.
Or okay, Jorge, go
You can go
first.
first.
How did you get started with becoming a barber?
Ooh, that started because when I was growing up as a boxer in Chicago, I was more like into the barbershops, every haircut for for before a fight. And I just felt like I just drew into that little community of like the barbers, just being around everybody, learning how to do a haircut, like just seeing a fade go from like ugly to nice, like just all that caught my attention really young. And eventually when I moved to San Antonio, I was, going to everywhere like Rio's and all these places like that to get my hair fucked up and everything. So I was like, eventually I got some money. My mom had some pet clippers from Petco, and I started. So I just started cutting my own hair like 7th, 8th grade. Just kept trying to do it, see if I got better, and eventually just took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah, I just kept
That's amazing.
going. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so I've always been a little nerd, right? But I love school. Like I wanted to be in nursing. Like my parents are immigrants, so they wanted me to have a better future, better life. And so I was like, okay. So I went to college. I hated my life, though, and I had met him, and he was a barber, and I was like, dang, man, he's just waking up, going whenever. He makes his own money. Like, I love it, and he loves what he does. Like, he genuinely, like, loves it. Like, he motivated me so much. And so he was like, I was going to nursing school, and I think I just had, like, a bad day, and I was just like, I'm not going to do this today. And so he was like, well, what do you want to do with your life? And no one has ever asked me that. Coming from a Mexican background, if y'all got Mexican parents, you know.
What do you want to do with your life, people?
Yeah. Oh, that's
a big
hard.
thing.
That's a big one. And
Nobody thinks about it.
Nobody thinks about it. But I was, how old was I when I changed up?
It was like 2016 when you started like doing like getting into nails.
Yeah, so I was still young. Like I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And so I dropped out of nursing school.
Wow.
Straight up. My parents like were pissed.
I bet.
I feel like they were looking at me like I was a problem.
And then coming this guy, he's got tattoos, okay? Don't let him. He got a lot of them. And so coming in, my mom was like, ¿y este? Cholo, que? ¿Y este que?
Cholo.
And I'm like, Mom, I'm like, he's not. He's a really good guy. Like, out of all the gangsters, I'm just kidding. Out of all the guys that I talked to, he's the good one. Like, he's not. There wasn't a lot, guys, so don't make it sound like that. But there was.
I don't know.
And so it was
He's
good.
like, I'm about to walk off. Don't you ever say that.
She's like, I pack them in this phone like some sardines. I'm like, dang.
So I was just like, all right, like, you know, I wanted to change it, and I did. And I went to beauty school.
Okay.
And
where did you go when you went to beauty school?
Y'all don't want to go there. Y'all don't want to go there. But y'all want to go here for sure. Okay. We made a difference. When I went to school, I didn't have an instructor. I literally was...
That's the reason why I'm asking.
They told me financial aid, and I had to still pay later. And then it like, you know, hey, I'm on, but they can like get mad at me or something. I don't want Mack. Hey, we got to talk to Mack and ask him if they can sue us or something. If we say anything bad.
No, you can't get... No, the thing is, the reason why I ask, and if you want to share the school, you can. If not, that's no worries. But you want to educate people on what's the difference, you know? You know, like what was your experience in the beauty school that inspired you to have your own?
I mean, I had to go to 2. That's what sucked is I had to go to 2. The school that I was going to didn't want to let me finish.
Okay.
I actually got assaulted by a guy.
Oh, wow.
Well, he was, you know, he was both ways and stuff. He was, you know, he was trying to, he grabbed me by my hair and I was like, oh my God.
That's hard to comment on. Because you just never know the political way of saying things.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, I wish I was a comedian now so I can make jokes.
So I mean,
I'll get canceled.
But I mean, literally, like, you know, he hurt me, and so I was just like, I defended myself, and the school, you know, let me go. But my mom always trained me, and I was always in Tang Sudo, and he always laughs at me because you were in karate, you're a freaking loser. But I was just like, first of all,
karate chop you.
So I was like, I learned a thing or two, and so I defended myself, and so I had to go and pay way more money. I was about to graduate with 70 hours, check this out, and then I had to go to another school and finish 300 hours.
What?
So not only did I have to pay extra, and it was cash, and so I had to pay.
So did you fight with that person?
Well, I just, like, I was walking back, he hit the back of my head, and I just turned back and I swung at him. I don't even remember it. Like,
oh wow, and he knocked out?
I think so.
Gave him a knuckle sandwich real quick.
Wow.
It's because the cops came and they were like, what's going on here? Like, why are you not bruised? And I was like, I called him all calm and I was like, babe, I just got into a fight. Like, I need you to come pick me up. I'm sad. Like,
With the guy,
yes. But he was giving me trouble because he didn't want to do his nails.
Yeah.
Be careful where you're at too, because you don't even know. People are crazy. Like, you don't know what anyone's willing to do. So I feel like now it's a hard time. You gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch what you do. Watch what you know, because
that is so true. You do gotta watch.
Yeah, growing up the way we grow up, you know, you say something wrong, you get popped real quick. So it's kind of like, and it's like people don't understand it. And nowadays, it's like, and then they get out into the real world and things starts looking different in their eyes. So it's like, you know, they get a reality check real quick. So
that is very true. So you guys, how long have you been a barber, and how long have you been?
When I graduate.
So you graduated 2017, I think. So
2019
or 2018, right?
2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Because we opened the shop in 2020. 2020. So
okay.
I had just graduated, and I was working for like a year, and I was like, I wanna do something big.
Okay.
Like I wanna own a shop. I wanna be able to help people and like guide them, and because our salon's different. It's a commission based salon, so it's not like a a sweet place where people like, you know, like you have tenants and you're just like leasing it. Like I help like build women, and like dealing with all different types of women is crazy to me, but I like it. Like I don't know why people are like, you're so crazy, like, but I'm like, I love it. Like I like to be able to, you know, see a woman struggle, try to help her to find herself, make her more confident in herself, or make her be better at whatever she wants to do to make her more confident. And then it's really rewarding. Like I love it.
Okay. And then for the
So
guy
like,
perspective, I guess.
yeah, like I mean, like I said, I started when I was 12, so that kind of like I went through like my whole high school career. You know, even when I went through the military, like I went through the military.
Oh, you in the military?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for serving our country.
Thank you. Yes, prior service. Shout out to Army. They helped me.
Nice.
Helped me be a better person in life. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So throughout my whole little career in the military, I was always cutting hair, basic training. You know what I mean? Kept it going. Like I was working at a couple shops. I wasn't really like jumping around shop to shop a lot. I kind of like was like wanting to stay in one place and just kind of work around there. You know what I mean? But I ended up staying at this one place called CFC for a while. So I was there for the past like 8 years, and I actually got to see what it felt like starting a business from ground zero. And this is like my early years as a barber, getting to see like what my boss went through at that time. To be like, okay, how long was he staying here? Like him coming in super early, super late. Like it was just crazy seeing the whole process begin. You know, so I think once we got to that point where we felt comfortable, you know, it was either open like my shop or her shop, and definitely she had momentum. She's just on it, like, and I like the way she was promoting on Instagram. She just kept herself up, kept her Instagram alive, and I didn't at one point because I got too busy. And I feel like sometimes people steer away from the real fact of like Instagram and reality, you know what I mean? So, you know, you get real clients in real life, or you get people in Instagram that don't ever see you. So it's kind of like people get to feel both of those. She had momentum where she had clientele and Instagram followers. So I was like, might as well get her going. You know what I mean? I'm already established who I am. You know, might as well just get her going already. So I felt like that was a good move for both of us.
That's awesome.
I mean, but I look up to him a lot because he may not be popping on social media, but man, he doing 18 haircuts a day, doing 15 haircuts a day, and every day. Like I was like I set my stuff up, like, you know, like he's doing big things, but he's not popping on Instagram. But
so for someone that doesn't know the numbers of like that doesn't know the barber industry, doing 15 to 18 a day, is that very difficult to get to? Oh yeah, definitely. Like especially like
time wise, he cuts every 30 minutes now. Thank God.
Yeah, so like I mean, you see a lot of people on Instagram like, oh, they do it like this much, they make this much money, but in reality they might have one day like that. But imagine having 7 days back to back, 16, 18, 20 people. Like it's a whole different ball game. It takes years to build that clientele. Like, you know, you got to be on time. You know, people got shit to do, so people want to come in and leave, like, you know, in and out in the barbershop. Like people don't want to sit there for 2-3 hours and, you know, just be in a chair. Like some people do, some people don't. But in the most part, like the people that I meet throughout my whole career, they wanted to be in and out and just be in a timely manner, you know. That's like kind of the experiences that I got, like working around, like in and out of shops, you know.
So is it hard for someone with your, seems like you're booked, right? Is it hard for someone to come in as new to get booked with you, or how does that work?
Not really. Like I'm the type of person, like I'll take anything that walks through that door. Okay. Like especially if they're willing to pay, you know what I mean? So if they're willing to pay, then I'll squeeze you in. Like I tell them, let them know right off the bat, like, hey, like I'm not just like somebody off the street. Like I charge my own rate, and if you're willing to, you know, to come with me, then let's get it. You know, I'll make them look clean for the night.
Now, when it comes to being a barber, you have to be detailed. Right. Right. So how does that work for you? Like, how detailed are you? Is it hard to get someone, like, say, for example, if I was like, hey, I wanted you to cut my hair, do you feel that you need X amount of times to get it right because everyone's head's shaped differently and there's bumps and this and that? Or do you think like you're at that level, skill level, to where you're like, I can get it, I got it? I mean, honestly, like the confidence level with that part, like I do feel like I can, because I do take that into effect, head shapes and dents and all that good stuff. I take all that into effect, but as a barber like myself, like I'm still growing as it's going. So there's a lot of things that I learned more to kind of help me. Like, you know, some people do have different shape heads, like you said. Like I've seen some people with some crazy stuff, but if you do a haircut, you can make it like an illusion and make it look the way you want. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the biggest thing that I got of it. If you can have that eye to make it look a certain way that you want and how your client would want it, like you just gotta sit there and think like I would rock it if I was my client. Like, you ever look at a person's haircut and be like, you need a haircut.
Yes.
You need
all the time.
All the time.
Like
I'm
that haircut
stop
was bad.
staring at him.
That haircut's bad. They should have done this and that. You know, kind
Yes.
of critique.
All the
That's why I wear
time.
ball caps all the time.
He'll go up to people and give them a card. I'm like, no. just
Yeah, I
kidding.
still like as busy as I am. I still go up to people, hand them cards. I still talk to them. Like,
That's good.
Even at restaurants, we go somewhere. Like, if,
Always
hey,
getting followers, like making a connection.
So what about you? Nails and hair, or
Oh,
everything.
yeah, I do
or,
everything.
or even like guys. cuts too?
guys. I do tattoos.
So
I do eyebrows.
What do you
specialize in?
Well, not specialize, but what's your preference of like?
Like
you're
what I love. What's
yes,
my diehard?
uh-huh.
Nails have always been my passion. I love nails.
So when it comes to nails, how do you? Everyone's hands are different. Everyone's fingers are different. Like I mean, like me and Melinda were just talking about that. We're like, man, like this.
Boom.
So how do you work with that?
I'll be like, that look like a 7. That's about a 6, 5, 4, and then a 2. And I'm like, all right, I'll get the nail tips on there and just keep going. I learned how to like make my nail sets like him, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and they still came off really, really nice. I do a 1B method for nail techs if y'all are wanting to speed up your timing. 1B method is the best. Like, just drag that bead down and you'll get it right every time. Mm-hmm.
So how old do you have to be in order to be in
you don't have to
school?
You can be any
register.
age.
Can you be 16, 17? Or
You
is
don't
that
need
too
no
young?
license, no high school diploma, no social. We can take you however.
Oh, wow.
If you're 15 and you're like, man, school just isn't for me, we'll still even take you. And then at 17, that's when you can legally take your test.
Really?
So if you're 15 right now or 16,
that's good to know.
You can start taking your
My
hours.
16-year-old wants to do nails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let her
perfect.
come through.
Yeah.
And so if she wanted to,
She's turning 17 this month, so.
And then she'll be able to be eligible for her license. So the state
Wow.
will legally let you enroll into school.
You hear that?
And get your
I know
hours
they watch
in.
sometimes.
Yes, girl, you better be watching.
I know, right?
You're like, you better be asleep. Actually,
That girl don't even sleep.
Oh, no,
Night owl.
I know. Yes.
But that's good information. So, how did the school come about? Like, so you had the salons and the barber, and then all of a sudden the school. What made y'all want to put the school together?
I think the school thing was more just like being in barber school alone. Like she was saying, like there was no instructors. I mean, they were there, but they weren't there. You know what I mean? They kind of show you what the little things that you think that you might need, but it's really nothing. You kind of learn everything on your own.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like since I was in barber school, everybody just came up like, hey, can you show me this? How do you do this? What are you doing? Like, and I'm just there having to do it. I'm like, at this point, like I might as well get on the ball. And she's getting the same responses when it comes to like with nails and hair and everything like that. So it's kind of like putting two and two together, you know, and just kind of like let's just make it happen. And then we kind of just jumped in feet first.
Having the shop too, I feel like I would tell him all the time. I'm like, oh, babe, I want to hire this girl, but she don't know how to do Brazilian waxes, or she don't know how to do haircuts, or she don't know how to do this. And then he's like, damn, well, what are they showing them? And so when they would try to come and work with us, it was really annoying because they didn't know how to do anything. So I would have to take time out of my day to kind of train them. And it's like, well, what did they go to school for? So not only are they losing out, so we came together and said, you know what, let's make a difference. And let's go ahead and open a school that offers everything.
Nice.
So we offer eyelash technician program, esthetician program, cosmetology, barbering, nail technician, eyelash manicurist.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a licensed esthetician and manicurist. There's a conductor. So if y'all wanted to do both, y'all can do both. So yeah, that's really how it came about. We were just wanted to make a difference. We just kept seeing our friends and going to other places, and the law passed where you could have a beauty school and a barber school together. So we were actually just decided to join forces. We went to the good side.
So like a lot of people like when I was coming up, like they were just always asking, like even over Snapchat, Instagram, whatever the case may be, they're just like, hey, like I see you doing like little tutorials, can you show me like step by steps? And I'm like, well, we can just do like a personal class. I'll charge you X amount a day, and then you can just come by, we can learn something, I'll teach you a haircut within a day. Like, so people were actually learning. So that's what I was like, after that I just started snapping, like let's just do it, you know. So it just kind of started working out, falling into place. I feel like everything was just really good, organic, and everybody's just really supportive around us. So
do you all teach people right after? Okay, so teaching them the process and them getting, is it certified or is it permits or
no. So they're licensed.
They're
so
licensed.
To the state.
What was happening is, so they will get like, that's why that license is over there. That's that's a permit from the state of TDLR. So the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. So we're able to actually give you a license so you can legally work in a salon. So before I was actually doing classes,
Okay.
but there were certificates. And so they weren't valid.
Yeah.
And so people, y'all need to be very careful.
They misconstrue that real easy.
So when you get a certificate, it doesn't cover you for anything. You must have a license to be eligible, and you have to be within your
This
practice
is good
scope,
information, y'all.
for sure. Also doing classes within your salon is against the law as well. So there's all these little things that
Wow.
I had to learn the hard way.
Yes.
And so now we're getting into it. We're wanting to do better and things like that, because all it takes is one person to be on your bad side, and then they go snitch you out to the state.
No,
you can't
and
even work from your house without.
I see
know?
I see that, you know. I think the beauty
It's so bad right
the
now.
beauty industry and the what do you say, the barber industry, I see so many petty things.
Yeah,
You know, I see
definitely.
people calling out people, and then I see, you know, all through the social media platforms, and it's mind blowing because you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you educating right now and just, you know, saying the what needs to be required is important, because I always wonder, how is this person conducting a class and charging $1,000 and then
No
making all that
license.
money, and then they're not really getting licensed, or how? Like, I always thought that process, because as a business owner, I'm thinking to myself, is that even legal? And then and then you just don't know, and then you see the backlash on a lot of these people. Oh, I took this class from her or him, and then all that drama happens. So
There's a lot of there, and I actually, you know, had to get into some things like that where
Yeah.
it was a certified. So whenever, you know, growing as a business too, you learn, guys. So if you make mistakes, okay, it happens, but do not continue to make those mistakes, because then that
Yes.
is a decision.
Yeah.
So I had a little thing where it said certified like lash tech, but you have to be very careful about your wording. So you get in trouble for those things.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you're putting certificate of completion
Versus
not
certified.
certified, because you will get in trouble. So if you are doing classes and things like that, just make sure you're doing things the right way and letting people know you're not going to get a license, that you're just
Yep.
getting an advanced training, because there are schools that don't teach you, and people have to go and get these classes, because like me and him, when we're doing classes too, because we're still very talented, right? So we were giving those classes so people could be able to learn, because they didn't get that. So, but now we want
Like little hacks, you know what I mean? Like something that can help them get better if they're already doing it. Like, and that's the thing. Like people use that and start, you know, taking advantage of it. Like people hear people like our stories and be like, okay, like you guys were giving classes, I'm gonna do that too now. So when they do it, like she said, they keep doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like us, like when we're doing this thing, like we're genuinely telling people, like, you're not getting a license. No one's in their right mind going to give you a license within an hour, 5 hours.
like
Yeah.
a 6-hour class. It
You know
doesn't
what I
make
mean?
sense.
It doesn't make
So,
sense.
and I think that's the you know, the way people are approaching it, because I've seen that too, where they're like, oh, take a 6-hour course and then you get licensed, and it's not
Yeah.
licensed, it's certified.
Like
or
you have to
certificate.
come to school here for
So.
6 to 7 months to be able to get a license.
Yeah.
If you're part time, it takes you about a year.
So how
it's
many
like,
hours total? Is it
1,000.
based on hours, or is it
Yeah.
based on?
So
Okay,
it's
1,000.
barber is 1,000 hours.
And then do y'all offer financial aid for people? Or,
right now, we do
or
not offer
no?
financial
Okay.
aid, but we do take in-house financing, interest-free. The speculation about financial aid is that sometimes it's not always for free. And
Yes.
you get subsidized loans and grants, so it's not always beneficial to go that
Yeah.
way, because once you graduate school, not only do you get hit with interest as soon as you graduate.
I like the fact that you do in-house financing, because you control
Interest-free.
interest free too. So that's amazing. So how much is it typically to get started if someone wanted to enroll?
So it's $1,500 down. You don't need to have a high school diploma or a GD, just at least a ID, so we could be able to run you into the system. That's usually what the state will require. We do go off of what they require. All of our information is on the website, www.texasbarberbeautyacademy.com, just in case I can't put all the info. But if they're wanting to, that's usually all we'd have, and you would just go into your monthly payments after that. We work with people in their schedules and things like that. We understand that people have families, so we do work with flexible schedules as well. So if you're needing a tweak in the schedule, just let us know, and we'll help you out as much as we can.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
So we try to give people like guidance too. Like we're telling them, like people don't know, like what should I do, day class or night class? I'm like, well, what's your work schedule? Like we want to go around you. Like we're not just trying to just take your money. We want to see what's comfortable for you, so you can still make money, be comfortable, raise your family, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there, she's been there, so we know what it feels like to be in that predicament. And it's like having a mortgage and having a school payment and a car payment. It's just a bunch of things. So we just try to work around people, see what they can come through, like to make things manageable for them, so that way they can have an easier time here.
Nice. Okay, so when they're done with the class, they get licensed. Do you guys then teach them the business side of it?
So we teach them now.
You teach them
so
now. Okay.
as soon as my students come in, I teach them a social media marketing class. So as soon as they get started, they're already learning how to build their followers, build their social media. I have a lot of examples too of like different pages that our students have created, and I'm very proud of them. Like, awesome. And I love it because they're like sponges. Yes. And so they absorb everything, and I love it because I'm like, this is something that they don't teach. Like, the state isn't requiring me to teach you.
Yeah,
this.
it's all extra.
I want to help
bonus.
You with. Bonus. And so they took it and they ran with it. They make flyers. They have their social media presence. They're doing very good. So by the time that they leave here, I know that they'll be very successful in the real world. We help with job placements after they graduate. We help them pass their state board tests. They have to take 2 tests, written and a practical. So we help them with everything. We help them get their state board bags ready. So it's a lot of stuff, but we know exactly what's going to be on there. So it makes it just a lot easier for the students.
That's amazing, though, that y'all do. It is a lot, but you give them step by step and help them and guiding them in that right direction to success and not failure.
We don't gatekeep. I mean, there's no point. I mean, that's the whole purpose why we did all this. Like,
well, definitely the real reason why too, because like the industry gets really like a bad rep because people are like, oh, I want to wake up and do what I want. That's not what it's about. You know what I mean? You still got to treat it as a 9 to 5, just like any entrepreneurship job. So it's like, we want to bring back the traditional way of how shop should be. Like, people walk in, they should be able to take a walk in, versus like, oh, I got an appointment and I'm just going to be sitting here for 20, 30 minutes and just let that guy just walk out the shop, and now we got a bad review. So we're trying to teach them, like, if you own your own shop, you're going to see people working like you got to set an example, you know what I mean? So you want people to work for you, then you got to be a leader. You got to learn how to follow for a second, but then you got to lead, you know?
That's awesome. What's some of the most challenging things for y'all as doing the academy and everything that you would say?
I mean, nothing really. Just
I know it sounds crazy. I know, but it's just we haven't had anything because we're doing everything right, and we've learned along the ways and stuff like that. And so it's been very rewarding. Like, we weren't even gonna open up, and then students were just like hitting us up, and they're like, "Hey, we want to join," and I was like, I don't even have my sign up yet. Yeah. Like, I don't want to take you yet. And we were supposed to open in January, but we ended up opening in December. So we didn't even have a grand opening because we already had students. Okay. And they were so eager to learn. And I was like, wow, like, you know, y'all always play a special place in my heart as well if y'all are watching this, because y'all believed in us and I believe
That's
in
amazing.
y'all.
That's amazing.
Those are our day ones.
Yeah, our day ones. And so right now it's like, I feel like because we have a partnership and it's communication. So if I hey babe, I need you to do this a certain way, or hey, can you help me with this? Like, I ask him because that's my partner. I shouldn't be afraid to like ask him, and him vice versa. So it's like a 50-50 stuff with everything. Like
100.
Yeah. Well, definitely. I mean, it's a big thing. Like, because I told her from the get go, like, I don't want to let business tear us apart. It's different. You know what I mean? Business is always business. So it's like, and I feel like that's, since we know that there's no gray area between that, it's kind of like, it makes it easier for her and for myself. So it's like, once we know, like, we got to invest into the business, we do it. Like, and just makes it easier. Some people would think like, oh, nah, we got money, so let's go splurge it. Let's go do this. And like, you can't do that, you know, especially just starting off. Like, you got to take every dollar into effect. So people don't really realize that.
Very true. Smart. I'm glad that y'all are really good with everything that you're saying and learning, and great entrepreneurs. So that, and you don't see that often being young, you know?
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
And I love that you say young, because all of our students are like 18, 19, and they're like, oh, 30s is old. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But like, the speculation, because I know what you mean, you know, because there's people that are, you know.
You know, I mean, I get told I'm young too, besides my family and friends that say I'm old, but no. Y'all
call him old. Why is he looking at y'all?
I know, right? But no, it's amazing to see young entrepreneurs that are willing to help others to go through a different path, you know, into their lives, into and success is defined in so many different ways. It could be, it doesn't have to be defined as money, but just happiness. You know, being happy with what you do when you wake up. So let's go into the event that y'all have coming up. So what is that all about?
So the barber battle event that we have coming up on April 7th, it's going to be called Battle of the Barber Scholarship Showdown. And that's going to be for people that, you know, that have no license and they don't have the means to be able to go to school. They're not as fortunate as some people. So we want to let their talents speak for themselves and actually get them a scholarship to come to school for free.
Wow.
Yeah, so
our way of giving back, because a lot of people would want to join our campus, but they don't have the funds for it, or
the time
or
what
financial
is
aid.
the cost for one student? What's the total cost?
For barber, it's $8,000.
8,000.
For the esthetician, it's $8,000. For the nail technician, is $7,000. But I mean, there's other schools and they're charging like $20,000. You know,
wow.
And so it's ridiculous. So it's
you're getting less education, but cool. You're getting cooler tools, but less education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and the tools that we have are very good. Like that's why with us, like we take losses, even though we know like we're not making as much as we would want, but we're giving them what they need. Like that's it's important.
The best of what they need. You know,
the best of what they need, because then later on it will pay us off.
No, it is. So let's go into more of the event. So what is it all going to be entail?
We are talking about the competitions, the barber rounds,
so
and everything.
On this one right here, we'll be doing
all involved.
So we're trying to, like I said, we're trying to get everybody for more like unlicensed barbers, so that way they can get that chance to win. And the categories that they're going to be competing in is going to be traditional haircut, which is more like comb overs, pompadours, you know, something more like traditional looking slick backs, all that good stuff. Then we got the fastest fade category. The fastest fade category is actually going to be like a 15-minute slot. Like you're going to have to knock out a fade in 15 minutes or less. And we want to look for clean lines, a clean fade, like no stubble. Like we want to see everything clean on that stuff. And then we got our last category before they move on to creative. We got the mohawk with design. A lot of people usually kind of go for like a burst fade or like a mohawk like type haircut nowadays. So we want to see people like what they got, what kind of skill set they have with those, whether it's hair color, designs, and all that good stuff with it. And then so what we're doing is making it like an elimination. And we're going to take
Netflix style.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing it like a elimination. And we're going to pick three winners out of each category, and they're going to have like a whole head-to-head doing like a creative haircut. Like we want to see them create something just out of the blue, like nothing off of like yeah, we want to see something like to wow us. That way they know when we get these nice little trophies right here, kind of they can have that as a bragging right, and then they can come into school and feel good about everything. So we just want to see like people be creative, and we can teach them everything else.
Is there an entry fee for them to?
So it's $50 to enter, but right now, if you join it, because it is the last week, because you go ahead and come, we like to collab, so we're giving everyone, whoever watched this, $25 off, so it'll only be $25.
$25
for an $8,000 scholarship.
And you're gonna see this aired all week long, so that's great. We're definitely share this too as well on our end.
Thank you so much.
So, what else do you have going on with the event?
Vendors.
Okay. Shout out to vendors. Shout out to sponsors.
Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to the Grand Event Center. Literally, guys, thank you so much for everything. All of our vendors. I want to make sure that I do tell for sure all of the people who were involved. For sure, AJ. Thank you, AJ, for always
AJ
like
Rivas,
just putting us on
out
for everything.
AJ Rivas.
Our judges as well, Jarmondo, I Am Slay,
J
Fades, all of y'all. Thank you guys so much for everything. Our vendors that we're gonna have are gonna be the taco company. They're gonna be having mini tacos and quesadillas. And then we're going to have a concession stand. So it's going to have like all the Hood Rat snacks. And
AJ, you already know you're going to be there. We see you.
Yes. Who's going to come out? So I'm excited. And then
he's like, bitch, what? Cheetos?
You sound like him.
we're gonna have the 210 photo booth, guys. Image Expo. They're having an expo as well. Daisy Love Boutique, 210 on the fly. Braggadocian. I always say
he's a new up and coming.
I wouldn't even know how to say that.
I'm Mexican. Yes, House of Slay, Faded Mafia, Inked Majesty, Art by McAlee and Princess Bakes, and of course did that hair and nail studio. They're gonna be over there set up.
So this Sunday.
Yes.
We also have some live performances.
Okay, live performances. Tell her about the performers.
Yeah, so we got some live performers. We got King Pac-Man. He's more of like a
country singer.
Country slash
All right,
hip
there you
hop.
go.
Texas home.
Yeah, so we got him. We have Jay Meta or Meta Main. That's how he
Okay.
goes by his stage name. And we have Average Kid. He's actually our host. And these are our local artists that people that they need to know about these type of people.
Awesome.
Stage name, you make it sound like a stripper. But yes, everybody, and then we're gonna have hosted by Average Kid as well. So
Okay.
I'm excited. This will be his first time hosting. So
His
it'll
first
be
event.
super
Shout out
fun.
Average Kid.
Shout out to Average Kid. He's our videographer as well. So
Okay.
he does all of our content for everything. We actually blew up on Instagram, and that's what got us a lot of our students, which was super cool. Like one video will really like take it off.
It does.
Yeah.
Had
Social media is powerful.
200,000
Yep.
views on it. So I was
Wow.
like, geez, all
That's
the
a lot of
comments and
views.
likes.
Yeah, it's hard to get that.
200,000?
Yes.
It's hard to get that on Instagram.
And so it was like a blessing from God. And honestly, we will be offering financial aid, guys, in about a year. So don't.
That's amazing. That's
y'all
good.
know they're
Congratulations
waiting, or y'all
on that.
starting off
See?
Yes. So we do accept DARS. It's actually a program for people who may have disabilities with the learning and things like that. So if they would want to, they can sign up with them. If y'all already have the TWC or DARS program, you can talk to your counselor and they can get y'all enrolled and see how much they can help you with your tuition, things like that.
That was actually a program that I used kind of going into
I
barber
was
school.
gonna say,
Yeah.
in back when I was in school in elementary, I actually took a special class they would take me out of the class to teach me what the lesson was. Back in the day, it was called CMC. So I remember I didn't realize as a kid that was, I guess, a disability.
Right.
And a learning disability. I didn't know that until I don't know if anyone recalls when you would get your ribbons, like you would get A honor roll,
Oh,
honor
yeah.
roll, like
And then your
ribbons.
little
You know,
certificate.
yeah. So I made straight A's one time, you know, and I think it was in 4th grade or 5th grade, and I was excited because I was like, it was the first time I got A's. And so I get my ribbon and all that. I sit back, and there's a girl next to me, and she said, "You didn't earn it." And I said, "What?" She goes, "You had help. You didn't earn it." She's like, "You get special help." And so it broke me, right? Crazy.
That's
broke
so
me.
mean.
That summer, I decided to not be going into middle school. And now I'm thinking about it more. It was the 5th grade. So I decided, that summer to really focus on learning. And then in 6th grade, I was in AP classes, honors classes, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then I got bored and I got in trouble a lot. So
Yo, me. They would always move me for talking, and look at you now. You're getting paid to talk.
hey, I
love
know,
that.
right? Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But that's amazing. So the event, what time does it start? What is this and end?
So it starts at 1 p.m. Sunday and
Okay.
it ends at 6 p.m.
All right.
We're gonna have a lot of giveaways, though. We're gonna
Okay,
be
what giveaways are you gonna be doing?
We're gonna be giving away like business packages.
Okay.
Smirkworks, shout out to her. She always does all of our marketing stuff and all of our banners, flyers, things like
Awesome.
that. So she's gonna be actually giving away a backdrop, business cards, a
That sounds
pop-up
like awesome.
banner.
Woo!
Average
starter
Kid is gonna
pack right
give
there.
away. Yes, literally, they're gonna give away a photography session.
So are these like raffle tickets or is
No,
this
just
just
giveaways for free. So they
for
can,
free.
as long
There
as
you
they
go.
just go in right now. One of our sponsors actually bought 100 tickets for people. So we have at least maybe 50 more tickets that are for free. So if y'all want to go on Eventbrite, look up TBBA Scholarship Showdown or Battle of the Barbers Scholarship Showdown, and it'll pop up on there, guys. And so y'all can get free tickets. Even if y'all want to just come by, and if you're a barber and you want to maybe get closer with your community, we're really just trying to bring the community together and really help.
Y'all still have
something
room for
different.
vendors if they wanted to come on board,
If they
or
would
y'all
want to,
already
yeah. I mean, we have.
I think we have 10.
We have a good amount of vendors, but
Yeah,
I
like
can.
15.
I mean, I could sacrifice some spots outside for them, but I mean, we're gonna have moon bounces out there, guys. So it's gonna
My
be
phone died.
really great. Me too.
Yeah, mine too.
We're gonna have moon bounces out there. We're gonna have all these things, but if it's nothing crazy, we might be able to fit it. The Grand Event Center holds about 250 people.
There you go.
So I mean, we can
Shout out to Caesar and
Zulema. Thank you
Zulema.
guys again. If y'all are looking
I can't
to,
say your name. I'm
It's
sorry.
She's like, hi Caesar.
They-
She's like, get him.
They really great people. I've worked with them. They actually refer a lot of their quinceañeras to me for party buses. So I appreciate y'all.
Yes, awesome. And so you have a party bus. That's so cool.
Yeah, party buses, limos, shuttles, SUVs.
Nice. Hustler. I like
Yeah,
it. Entrepreneur.
that's good.
I love that. I always need a party. I mean, I wanted to
We want to get one to
party
the Dallas
bus.
game next time. So
Yes, all of
I
our
would
friends.
recommend a coach bus for that.
A coach bus.
Not a party bus. I'll tell you a quick story.
Tell us.
So my first year owning a party bus, right? I shout out to Gilbert. He still gives me hell for this. He rents out my party bus to go to Dallas. Now this is my first time, doing a Dallas trip. Never again, ever. And the bus makes it there perfectly, right? Like there, it made perfect. When it came back, it broke down.
Oh.
So they all had to get, back then there wasn't no Lyft or Uber or anything. They got, I don't know how the hell they got home. But they had to get a
Taxi.
a hotel to stay the night because it was so late.
Damn.
So I didn't realize when you do trips with a regular limo style party bus, the goal is to stop in between to
Let it recover.
especially if they're older, you
Right.
know. And so I remember just like that was just so like it is embarrassing when that happens, and it's happened, recently, not recently, but it's happened occasionally when we do long trips because the buses are depending on the year of the bus. So I just remember that happening. I was like, never again would I do that for Dallas because that Dallas trip is long.
Yeah, was
so
that 4 hours? 3
all
hours?
coach buses, you're good.
Yeah,
So-
you're like, you'll be fine.
But it's a great experience to learn so that you don't have that happen
Right.
again.
No,
So,
it's a lot harder.
but
for
with your
sure.
raffle, with your giveaways, I would like to donate 2, maybe 4 pair of tickets, or no, 4 tickets, not 4 pairs, 4 tickets to my upcoming event, which is the Taste of the Medical Center.
Oh, thank you.
We'll go ahead and
Thank
do
you.
that for
I
y'all
appreciate
as well.
Y'all hearing right now.
So as we're wrapping this up, anything that you would share to someone that wants to get into the school or become a barber or become a nail tech or something in the beauty industry, what's the advice that you would give to them?
You go first.
So the biggest advice that I can give you becoming a barber in the new industry is going to be being consistent, making sure you wake up early, come in, be the first one in, last one out. Second, make sure you're mindful of people's time. And third of all, make sure you're doing something that's going to be presentable to somebody else that you're going to be wanting to wear that haircut. Like, don't just go over there and be like, oh, I'm going to charge you $40 and just give you a half-ass haircut. Like, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So those are the biggest things I can tell you about being in the industry. Being consistent is the main one.
Nice.
Never letting off the gas.
This is for my ladies. I'm very women push forward and things like that. So my mom, she's a hustler too. She has multiple businesses. I love you, Mom. Thank you for showing me everything.
Aww.
Shout out, Lauda.
Shout out to Mama.
Shout out to my mom. But just do what makes you happy. What makes you, if you don't know it yet, try to find it. Timing is very important. Your life goes by so fast, and like the world is spinning faster. I don't know why, but your time is gonna go by faster. So really invest your time in who you're investing your time with. People, and it's okay to let go of things that aren't for you or people who aren't for you. Okay, sometimes you may have to
Say that louder for the back.
Yes, you may have to, let them go for a little bit to make yourself better, guys. So don't feel bad for putting yourself first, always, okay? And continue to do good, guys. And if y'all need any help, my username is Michelle Dada with 3 L's. So if y'all need to follow me, I'm always giving advice. I'm always sharing tips and tricks on how to establish businesses and how to still love yourself along the way. And Mr. Faethoven is always here for y'all too.
Yep, Mr. Faethoven at Faethoven_1. That's me. If you guys want to see any tips and tricks on barbering or anything, any questions, just don't feel ashamed to DM me. There's no stupid questions out there, especially in this industry. People seem to deviate away from that, but I'm here to listen. I'm here to make you guys learn anything that you guys need to learn. But yeah,
that's amazing. Both y'all power couple. There you have it right there. This is a very good example of a partnership relationship. So that's amazing, and especially seeing y'all both, have respect to each other and inspiration from one another. So that's great that you can go do that. And okay, so this week you're going to be focusing on, I'm assuming the event, right?
Strictly battle.
Yeah,
strictly the battle.
So that's amazing. For myself, I have for this weekend, I have Offset coming to San Antonio. So we will have, it's going to be at Smoke Skybar. So make sure to get your tickets We have our interview tomorrow morning at SA Live with Chris Bettis and Carlito to promote the Taste of the Medical Center. Make sure to follow every platform when it comes to food bloggers, because they are going to be giving away a lot of free tickets to the Taste of the Medical Center. And then we have the hip hop playback, which is we're bringing Ja Rule, Ashanti, Fat Joe, Ying Yang Twins, and Young Jock at the Freeman Coliseum, April 26th. So if I can ask my partner if I could give y'all a pair of those tickets to give away, I'll include that. But I gotta get the approval from the partner. So
nice.
But yes, yeah, I know, right? But it's exciting. Thank you again for being here and allowing us to, get this podcast going for you guys.
Oh, thank you for having us.
It's great to learn everything from y'all. It's amazing. And anything that we can do with the All Access brand, from myself, Nat Boogie, and Natasha, you have us all support, and especially with the team too as well, with John and AJ. So usually Nat Boogie's here to close us out, but she's not. So again, happy birthday to her mama. And, we're excited about this week. Again, make sure to go follow them on social media. Say y'all's names one more time for the usernames.
Michelle did that with 3 L's.
Okay.
It'll be at Faethoven_1.
Okay. And what about the business pages?
Texas Barber and Beauty Academy, and then did that hair in El Studio. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you.
Yes. Okay. And before we go, before we go, how did y'all come up with the name? Or how did you come up with the name?
Texas. I wanted to name it something way different, but he actually came up with the name himself.
I just wanted it to be something like, I'm thinking like corporate. I'm thinking ahead of time, like maybe.
There we go.
So I'm thinking big time. You know
so
what I mean?
Texas.
I don't want to just be like a cliche name. You know what I mean? Something that's just tacky. Something.
There you go.
So I want something that people, when they see it, they be like, "Oh, that's business."
That sounds legit.
Sounds legit.
And it does sound legit.
Exactly.
I like the name.
Yeah.
What about did that?
My name, I guess, because everybody would be like, Michelle, you did that. And I was like, I guess you're right. And so I just stuck. And so I named myself Michelle Did That.
Michelle Did
and
That.
then I said, did that hair in El Studio. Let's bring it together. And so we just stuck with
branding
it.
is so important.
Yeah,
so that's
definitely.
great.
Definitely
we have some
branding.
other businesses in the works too, guys. So we got other
Make
things.
sure you follow them.
Yes,
More
please.
businesses.
We'll
Okay.
be on it.
So this Sunday, again, at the Grand Event Center, you have the Texas Barber and Beauty Academy. Some competitions. What's the grand prize again?
$8,000
Tuition.
$8,000.
You go to school for free. You can't beat it.
There's 3 places. So second place will actually be $4,000 grant scholarship
Off tuition.
and then to us, yeah. And then third place will be $2,500 off tuition. So.
There you go. There you have
We're
it.
just trying to get people into school. You know what I mean? I think it's really
Helping them
important for people to go to school. People think it's not an important thing to go to school, but it is. Like,
And if y'all, is there still late? Is it too late to have anyone come in as a sponsor?
No.
No. Okay. So if you're looking to sponsor and make a difference in the community, reach out to them. Again, thank you for tuning in on a Tuesday night, episode 243. My name is MikeAnthony. We are going to go ahead and see y'all next Monday night with Nat Boogie, Dr. Queen Natasha. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate it. And always remember to support local.
support local, you guys.
Local, guys. Y'all have a nice night. Thank you.